afternoon, everyone, and thanks for joining us here at 4. I'm Tamara Sakarzik. The back and forth among tariff plans causing an up and down on Wall Street today. Let's take you live to the closing board right here. You can see the swings throughout the day once you take a look at this. The Dow ends 349 points down, the NASDAQ up slightly, and the S&P falls slightly as well. To clear up the confusion today, we're bringing in Bankrate financial analyst Stephen Cates. Stephen, thanks for being here with us.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
So, Stephen, is this what you were expecting today?
No, coming into the day, I mean, things were looking very red, deeply red, and we've trended better. Now, granted, this is not erase what happened year to date. It doesn't erase what happened in the last 2 trading days. But I would count this as an unequivocal win. We were potentially, down 3% at the open, and now we're almost flat.
So obviously the market is fragile right now. At one point, should people start worrying about their 401ks? I know many people obviously already are worrying, but at one point, should you really, say this could become problematic?
Well, I think that, people can feel worried. I think, this is certainly a concerning scenario for investors, just for consumers in general. But what I would recommend people do is to try to remove themselves from the emotion of the last few days and think about their time frame. People who are not retiring in the next few years that may have years or decades ahead of them, this is simply one day or 1 week of volatility in what will ultimately be many volatile times throughout their investing life. People who are in retirement or approaching retirement, they should have already been investing more conservatively. If they haven't been, now is a perfect time to start to make those adjustments and to talk to a financial advisor if they're unsure of how to proceed.
Now, the market did tick back up today when a false report said that Trump would back off on tariffs. So if this were to go on pause, do you think the stock market would reverse course?
I think if we pause the tariffs or really any concessions of any kind that point towards an abatement of these aggressive policies, the stock market is going to go up. And I think it's going to move up fast. Now, I would warn people against trying to trade these rises and falls because I think the market is going to run on rumor and innuendo for quite a while. Until we get concrete evidence, I don't think people should try to become a day trader.
Is there any other advice that you would give people right now to stay financially stable?
Ultimately, I think people need to consider how is the market going to impact the next 12 months of their income. If it isn't, this shouldn't really affect their day-to-day lives. I think putting aside the fact that we may have higher inflation rates going forward on goods, that's something that people are going to have to contend with. But as investors alone, again, focus on your time frame, focus on your goals, and try to re-anchor to the plan that's going to get you to where you want to go in the years and decades ahead.
All right, Stephen. Well, thanks for joining us today. We appreciate it.
My pleasure.